Welcome to the post-show Supercross Live, supercrossonline.com. Paul, Lindsey, Jim Holley. What an incredible night. Once again, Supercross round 11 here at Ford Field in Detroit just doesn't disappoint. James Stewart gets his 48th victory of his career and ties Ricky Carmichael on the all-time win list.
Yeah, incredible, because, I mean, watching him in practice, he went down in practice. Ivan Tedesco was up on our show, Supercross Live, earlier. You, myself, none of us picked James Stewart to be on the podium tonight, but that's just what kind of season James Stewart's been having. I mean, one weekend he looks good, and now, it's just such a roller coaster ride for the guy. But I mean, he's got 3 wins on the season too, just like Villapoto. It's just he's had some other bad races. That's
right. He picks up some very valuable points. It's ironic. We talked to James on the track walk earlier today, and he said he was definitely wanting that record, that 48 with Ricky. So he got it here tonight. We talked about the possibility. James Stewart looks to be back where he belongs. He pulled away from RV, in all fairness. Villapoto gets second, Dungey gets third. They each get their 7th podium on the year. Villapoto now extends his point lead slightly over Dungey, but hugely over Roxon, who had a mishap early on that we missed. Finished near the end of the field, I think 19th or 20th, only picks up a point, and I believe, well, that definitely puts Dungey up in a second. I believe that's going to put Stewart into third now.
Yeah, how about, the other thing I was going to mention is, how about the man who rode that factory Honda number 21, Cole Seeley, with coming away with that whole shot.
Leading the heat race, leading the main, and he and my boy Shorty had a little incident coming together over there, but how about Andrew Short? We talked to him this morning as well. He wanted to improve on that 5th place last week, and he does it one better here tonight in Detroit, gets a 4th.
Yeah, 4th, and behind him, what a battle there was between Barsha and Tickle for that 5th and 6th spot. But it was just a great night all around in that 450 race. But the thing I was most impressed with is that 250. Adam Cianciarillo wins another one, 3 on the season for that kid.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1. We should have known it was coming. He's got a pattern going here. So, like you said, he extends his points lead as well. Martin Davalos finishes back in 6th, has a little problem. Hard to get off in practice, as you might have seen when we were on the Supercross Live show. Rang his bell a little bit. I didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he gutted it out. He was out there and managed a 6th place after 2 or 3 crashes in the main event as well. Obviously, Justin Bogle, we did correctly predict was going to be on the podium this week. He picks up his 2nd podium of the year in 2nd, and then Blake Baggett comes from behind to pick up 3rd and hang in that points chase with Cianciarillo.
Yeah, and I talked to Blake Baggett on the podium tonight, and I counted him. He was outside that top 10 on that first lap. I go, what happened to the starts? He had great starts in Daytona, but here in Detroit, just couldn't get the starts together.
Somebody just should have said it was an outdoor race, and he would have been fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And we also want to give some major credit to Kyle Cunningham and Matt Lemoyne, 4th and 5th. Their best finishes of the season, finally got up there in that top 5 as well.
Yeah, it was a good ride for those guys. They needed it.
Well, another great night here in Detroit. Epic season so far, epic championship. It's going down all the way to Vegas, the finals. Ryan Villapoto extends his lead. Adam Cianciarillo extends his lead, but we now have James Stewart with 3 wins, Ryan Villapoto with 3 wins, and despite what Stewart said this morning, he's not out of it yet. I think it's still a long ways to go. We still got 6 rounds to go, and you just never know. Look what happened to Roxon tonight. Not to wish bad luck on anybody. Villapoto's doing what he needs to do, though, and staying on that podium.
Yeah, I thought he rode a great race. He knew he had a big, huge lead over James Stewart. Hey, let James win his 3rd, and let him get his 48th. And
talked about that earlier, too.
I gained a couple points, over Ryan Dungey. So, I don't be surprised if you see Villapoto ride a little bit like this. If he's got the opportunity to win, he's going to win. But, he's a smart rider, and that's why he's a 3-time champion, and he's on his way to 4 if he can keep it on 2 wheels.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, James. We saw Ricky Carmichael reel off 9 or 10 straight and then go into coast mode at the end of the season, and same thing. A champion is a champion, and he wants that #1 plate, his 4th consecutive. So good luck to Ryan Villapoto the rest of the season. It's been a blast hanging out with you, Jim. Kevin Barnett will be back joining you guys next week in Toronto for round 12 of Monster Energy Supercross and FIM World Championship. I'm Paul Lindsey. Jim Holley, thanks for having me, guys. It's been an honor and a privilege to be here. We'll see you guys next week in Toronto.